Hey, I'm Eugene with G4 TV's TheFeed. Tonight we're at the Insane Clown Posse's Hollow Wicked Tour. I've been a juggalo for 10 years and tonight I'm finally gonna meet the guys. Come on, let's go.
I see Pete in the bed in the city by us, homie.
So what does it mean to be a juggalo to you?
It's family. It means that we have someone to depend on, being down on your luck and not giving a fuck.
Always.
Yeah, it's about family, you know? We don't discriminate. We don't hate people by their color, shape, or size, you know? It doesn't matter.
So how long you been a juggalo?
About a year.
A year?
Not
So
that
someone brought you in. Who brought you in?
What's up?
my baby.
That's all right, sir.
Maniac South Central Juggalo.
There is no juggalettes and juggalos. We're all juggalos.
Everybody's a juggalo.
What does being a juggalette mean to you?
There's a lot
Family.
of family.
I'm seeing a common theme here. How long you been a juggalo?
Say juggalo.
Okay, you know, maybe we should switch questions. What are your views on political finance reform? Looks like he's a conservative. Can you explain what the Dark Carnival is, what it means to be a juggalo?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a juggalo, obviously, you know, you're pretty much like, you know, you ain't one of the cool kids in your high school, you know what I'm saying? And if you are, so the fuck what? You know what I'm saying? If you're into that lifestyle and everything, so be it. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be looking down on other people because they ain't into what the fuck you're into, you know?
Right, so it's turning a culture into a trend, basically.
Not entirely, but some people do. You know what I'm saying? So, but which is crazy too to me because like normal outside people look at any type of juggler and think they're fucking assholes. You know what I'm saying? So
I've experienced.
you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different breed, man. You know what I'm saying? People like will pick on them and you know what I'm saying? And it's just like that's what's so cool about being a juggler though, because you always got somebody else you can depend on and lean on and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's an annual thing we've been doing in Detroit since way back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So every year on Halloween, we do our annual Hollow Wicked clown show. And last year, we actually did maybe I think 6 shows, just like real local in the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? But this year, we were like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? It's time to take this on the road, make it big, you know what I'm saying? Because like, when we do in Detroit, you gotta understand, like people always think like when we do shows in Detroit, you know, that like it's just people from Detroit. That's not the fact. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like not even the eighth of the people that come to the Hollow Wicked in Detroit are actually from Detroit. Juggalos travel from East Coast, West Coast, everywhere. It's a big thing, you know what I'm saying? So this year, you know, we decided instead of just doing like, you know, just a localized Detroit thing and making motherfuckers travel from everywhere, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take it everywhere and let everybody see it, you know what I'm saying? So Halloween in Detroit's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We got what you call Devil's Night, the night before Halloween, where basically the citizens of Detroit burn it down. So it's awesome. I remember being a kid, you know, sitting up on the roof and you could just see the different fires going everywhere and stuff, you know. And I guess it's calmed down a little bit nowadays, you know what I'm saying? But like back in the day, it was real bad. And then they switched, what are they called, Meyers or whatever the fuck, you know. And then they cracked down real hard on it, you know what I'm saying? So they thought they had it under control one year. This was like, what, like 4 or 5 years back, something like that. And then so they relaxed the next year, you know what I'm saying? The next year was like the most record fires ever. It was awesome. You know, if I had insurance problems with my building, I'd pay some little thugs a couple dollars to burn it down too. You know what I'm saying? But in the suburbs, you know, they throw eggs and toilet paper. I think they do that shit everywhere. So any city is probably crazy during Halloween. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time to commit robberies, to stick people up. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's wearing a mask. You know what I'm saying? You can get away with some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's put it this way, like Halloween in Detroit at least, Halloween and New Year's Eve is kind of like the same because it's a perfect opportunity to stick motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? Because at Halloween, you got the mask. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for, I mean, what's the cool Halloween costume to be right now? What, like fucking, I don't know who, like one of the South Park characters or whatever everybody's buying, you know. Back in the day, it was something else, you know what I'm saying? So you just dress up like the main character everybody's dressing up for. Like on New Year's Eve, you know, in Detroit, like at 12 o'clock, just the whole city's just popping off their guns. You know what I'm saying? So perfect time to pop off your gun in the right direction, you know? Get paid. We'd be doing our shows. We'd be tricking the whole industry like we ain't shit and sitting back getting paid. That's our trick, you know what I'm saying? They all think we're just a couple dumbasses sitting around, but hey, that's all we do. We hang out at the bank more than we do the studio because we got so many fucking checks to cash, you know what I'm saying? Oh, check it out. I was Mr. T, see? Now, this is back in the day when Mr. T was the shit. I was so dope, I was him 2 years in a row. That's how fresh I was.
You got two albums coming out soon. The Wraith remixes and The Tempest. So can you tell me what's up with those?
The Wraith remix record is actually done, is being pressed, and I believe that's coming out before Christmas, yeah? November 14th, that boy's coming out. But, you know, that we put that out because, you know, we pushed The Tempest back just because of problems within Psychopathic. Our manager, you know, had some shit going on, and we switched management and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So that got delayed a little bit. So just like a little bit of flavor to put out, you know what I'm saying, while we're waiting for The Tempest, which is going to crumble the earth as we know it, you know what I'm saying? So we had just top-notch Juggalo producers, even some outside motherfuckers just remixing the whole record, putting their little flavor and taste on it, and that's going to be out. And so far, hey, I think it's a bomb, you know what I'm saying? I hope everybody else does.
For all us West Coast Juggalos, any chance of a gathering? You know, I've traveled across.
There are
twice.
talks, my friend. There are talks because we're having lots of trouble finding like campgrounds and stuff. We almost didn't have it this past year. You know what I'm saying? Because the troubles like with the cities letting us into their cities and shit because they think it's just gonna be like mayhem and craziness, and it never is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're seriously having talks about moving it more out west. It's all speculation right now. That's all I can say, but talks. That's what I'm saying.
Cool. At this point, it's merely speculation. This is Eugene Morton for G4 TV's The Feed saying much clown love. Peace, y'all.